Peace. Yeah, IT District 120. Justice off 1 SW. Yeah, the title, I've been calm. I've been calm for some time. And I guess we start we started again. Where I've been home. Let me see if we send that alerts out, man. Let me send that alerts out real quick. I don't know, maybe we should get a few shares on this one. Because I don't know if anybody took the time to check out some of Mr. Saladin's videos that he's been making about the flag, about intellectual property, some of the posts that he's been making, right? To my vision, what I see is somebody that's launching a campaign to drum up support. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. See, the problem comes in. You know what I'm saying? Peace. The Chattanooga Smell Goods, Complete Glow, JF. See, what makes it look like a campaign is that you're not dealing directly with the people. See, that's what politicians do. See, they go to the church, they go to, all these different things, but that's not actually the people. And see, you can tell because a lot of the people that they go through, right? A lot of the people that they go to, those people will get benefits, but the people never get that benefit. So all the different organizations that they go through, the big, the main thing for the Black community in politics is the church, of course. But you got to make it stop at the NAACP and a few other places.
Everything is ready for tomorrow. I said everything is ready for tomorrow.
All right. What time?
Well, what's the name should be here for going out. All right. Everybody's gonna try to get here earlier. Besides me, because I gotta make a stop. I'll be here about going out.
All right.
I gave them money to allow mathematics to pay for the dumpster. I got to pay soon as they get it. So that's taken care of.
All right. No doubt.
How are you? You all right?
Everything's smooth.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's one of my questions for Mr. Saladin is, politics is something that only works in the political arena. See, once that starts to affect people, and listen, I'm saying this as just a matter of fact. I'm not saying anything subliminal. You see, once what they doing start to affect people, that's why they got security. That's the real deal. When what they doing, right, comes so far from any benefit for the people, that's why they gotta have security. Why doesn't he realize it's not an asset or proprietary or go to who really needs or is qualified? We are a culture. See, here's the thing. Because, I'm a man of knowledge. I'm always seeking knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I read things. I check out people that appear knowledgeable about certain things. So because of that, right, I'm willing to accept that, look, there's a possibility that he knows something I don't know. That there's some point of view of this, right, that I may just haven't looked at yet. The problem is that we have a parliamentary process to come up with decisions that we have to make on a national level. See, this is something that somehow is being left out here. See, yeah, once you say that you this, right, then yeah, you're a representative of the nation. You understand what I'm saying? But by the same token, right, we all representatives of Black people. Could he go and make that type of decision for all Black people, the brothers in Cali, the brothers in Texas, the brothers in Michigan? Can he make that decision? When you go out there, you are a representative of your junior high school. But could you do the same thing with whatever their crest is? You're a representative of Toronto. When a person goes to the Olympics, nobody asks them. They work their whole life to do that. But would they have the power to trademark the United States flag? See, these are questions. What I'm saying is that, listen, these are the questions that I have. But see, it's clever, and you can see when they say, yeah, this is just like the press. Go take a look at the videos. Go take a look at the Facebook posts. And you'll see him responding to everybody except me. Why is it that special rules, this is seriously some type of discrimination? Because when I speak about all those other forums where that would never be allowed, somehow it's strange when the 5% say it. Now check this out. I don't know, look, anybody, if you're next to the computer or if you got another screen on your phone there, Google this. Google this right here. You know what I'm saying? See, because like I said, I comment on his videos, as well as we requested that you come build with the nation. It wasn't just people from New York. People in California were saying, yo, guy, you gotta go to Mecca and build on that. If anybody has the ability to Google that, right? Click on one of the links that come up and tell me what you see. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, send out this alert. Let's see if it works. My phone is still chopped. I end up having to get a new phone. Just be able to make my moves. No. You must be looking at another link, because when I type that in, I see a little more than an application. Yeah, JF, you saw the registration, right? You saw the registration. Like I saw the registration. You see the trademark number. You see the assigned serial number. Is anybody, I don't know if you looked at the one I looked at, I think it's trademarkelite.com. Did you notice that it still says that the trademark is live? Like if you look, you'll see that, in fact, he has two trademarks, right? One that he got from the X-Men and one that he got from us. Now, we were told, yeah, he's the trademark owner, G. Listen, we wasn't just, says, yes, it's live on 12/21. Please said I checked out a lot of his videos. He'd be wrong on a lot of our knowledge and wisdom, but I already know nobody can tell him nothing. Hey, man. He did that on his own. He said, who pushed it through? He informed us that he took it upon himself to do it. And this is the reason why I was bringing up the point where that's one of the questions that I had for him, is because his logic is that, he's done other things in the past where he represented the nation or whatever. But it's like, yeah, but you didn't tell us you was doing that. Like you acting like, yeah, that was approved. You know what I'm saying? You acting like that was approved, so why is this not approved? That wasn't approved. You're just telling us that now. You're just telling us now that you're a consultant. You're an expert consultant for us, right? You're an expert consultant for us, right? In the movie industry. Now, I don't have particular expertise with the music industry, you know what I'm saying? But what I know about the entertainment industry is that people get paid for shit like that. Did you get paid, Mr. Saladin? Why is this? Why is this? Why is this trademark registration appear to be still live after you said you were gonna do whatever you had to do to unregister? See, because like I said, you're only talking to us in a public forum. So I guess that's how, social media is now. It's like back in the days when your parents used to argue and they wasn't speaking, and your moms tell you, like, tell your father this. She ain't speaking to him. So these is just a couple of questions. See, like I said, my mind is open, but when are you going to come? Like, these, are these not valid concerns? You see, what's happening is you're going back into the corners, right, and trying to drum up support. But the thing is, the people you're drumming up support with, they're not even 5%. Yeah, right. The registration was supposed to be pulled or recalled, and yet it's not. But Latif said you already taken action against Etsy. They took the site down for a few days and it was right back up. But look, that's the way it is with bootlegging. Whether you got trademark or not. Like right now, everybody that has a movie, right? They gotta constantly be scouring YouTube. They gotta constantly be scouring YouTube to see if anybody's uploading they movie. Like right now, oh, all right, yeah, I know that. I know what you're talking about. But if you're not walking up and down 125th Street all day long, saying your CDs being sold, saying you well, they're not selling CDs anymore, but I'm saying in that era, saying, yeah, that's what you gotta do, trademark or not. Yeah, he put the post up there, the Walmart thing. But look, at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, none of this stuff, like one of the questions, right, that I have also is, how does any of this protect us? And what exactly does it protect us from? Like some of the stuff he's saying about, he stopped us from them putting us in the episode of something about a gang, the Hidden Valley Kings. Like, gee, I got people talk shit about me personally. You think I give a fuck about that? See, he's trying to double down on this. Look, and here's the thing, man. You gotta see, and y'all gonna say this is nitpicking. I know y'all gonna say he's not mad at the Wu series. He's mad that he didn't get paid. He's mad that they didn't have to go to him to be the consultant. He's mad that he wasn't able to force them to put it on Lord Jamel's network. Because then he was this. That's why I'm asking you. Did you get paid? You talking about how you've been a consultant to all these musicians in movies and TV shows. Now look, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Who the hell is Guy Key? Does anybody know who Guy Key is? Because in his history of the flag, he keeps talking about somebody named Guy Key. Does anybody know who Guy Key is? See, now listen. When you hear somebody, see, look, we got a couple of veterans in here. We got a couple of veterans in here that know that there's no Guy Key. It's Jakeem Mathematics. So when you hear him giving his history, right, of the flag, right, and he says Guy Key, you know you never heard this history. You never heard this history in person, G. Like that's not even. He's not like a little known person in the nation. He's not like an obscure person where people don't really know him like that, G. That would be like if somebody pronounced my name Darkim. You don't come around very often, do you? See, it's little things like that. That's why you don't play with the 5%. See, remember I told you when the cat said, yo, man, how they gonna know if you eat pig? The other cat said, yo, I'm telling you, don't play with them, man. They got ways of knowing. That was when I was at 85%. When I was at 85%, you know what I'm saying? We see the action. It's like, yo, say, should we get the knowledge? And then it came up that was one of the requirements that you don't eat pig. It's like, damn, I don't know if we want to give that up right now. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's telling us, what it is and the impacts on your health and none of that. We just think it's bacon. You know what I'm saying? Divine Truth. Oh yeah, we today's a little red. We got the, it's not even a red, it's just these are questions. These are questions, but I'm just saying, if you notice, you see them. See things that he's mentioning, right? Things that he's mentioning in the history of the flag. It's like, yeah, I hear you, like all of that happened, but you didn't tell us what it really means, how it really. What you said, what first use anywhere date? September 30th, 1995. You said build with the God in the physical? You haven't been in tune with this situation too long, have you? And, you apparently you haven't seen some of my earlier videos. But we it was suggested that as he should have from the very beginning, right, to come to the record. See, like I said, I'm a man of knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying? I seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. There's things that I know now, right, that I didn't know last year. So that means that I realize I don't know everything. I know the science of everything. But every little bit of trivia that's happening around the corner with crackheads, put this over there, I don't know where that's at. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that we have a parliament. Like, see, this is being reversed. This is what gets me. He's supposed to come to the rally and build with us on this. Build with y'all on this. When I say us, I don't mean just the people in Mecca. The nation is supposed to know about this. But now you saying it's our duty to build with him in person? See, that's when this thing has gotten twisted, guys. See, that's where what's the knowledge and what's the wisdom has gotten confused. God, I'm not going back and forth. I'm not going back and forth. But here's the deal, G. Justice is a skill. You understand what I'm saying? And I've had him on my show before. He might have been the first guest that I had on the show. On his application, it said the first use anywhere was 9/30/1995. He's talking about when he got the knowledge. Yeah, right. See, that's what I'm saying. Gee, your paperwork is fraudulent. Like, how can people support this? Like, stop, man. Like I'm saying, in the court of law, they would throw out every case. Why do the court of law would not deal with this? Because your shit is fraudulent. You had no legal standing to do that. Why do we now, the righteous, have to go deal with that? Like, are y'all not seeing how that's some Yakub shit? Because you get a fucking idea in your big fucking head, now all the fucking reality got to pay for that. No, God. He got to come deal with us. Like we asked him to. See, in this balance of scale, like I said, look, I had him on my show before. Specifically to talk about the good work that he does with kids. And him, having a school up there. Right? And that's positive. But see, it comes a time when we saying that justice is a scale. Comes a time when that negative side can start to outweigh the positive side. I'm not taking it to that level of saying what he's doing. That's what he's doing. But I'm saying the priest that's over there molesting the kids, they tell you they saving their souls too. They're giving them communion, helping them with their homework, whatever. But that's after a while, though, son. Certain activity can overcome even that. So you can't be an unrighteous man and then try to throw up these righteous acts over here. Because see, what that starts to become, man. See, this is what I'm saying. For all y'all people that like him, that's talking about build with the God. See, I know the difference, right, between talking about what you're doing and using something as a shield for your dirty religion. So you want to talk about when you represented this and you stopped the people from calling us a gang, right? As if that has anything to do with or justifies what you did. See, my knowledge at a cipher. See, you can knowledge his cipher. You can knowledge his cipher and let him tell you what to think. My knowledge at a cipher. But yeah, picture that. He's going to say the first use was 1995 when he got the knowledge. God, wait a minute. If you had the knowledge on here before 1995, how's that tickling the ivories for you, man? Like how's that vibrating across your ear bones? How's that vibrating? What? You say you know how much pain I put in before 1995? They just tell I look at that. I'm scrolling down. As I scroll down, okay, type it. How's that? Listen, the first use of the flag was when he got the knowledge in 1995. Hey guys, you know how stupid I would feel saying some shit like that? That the flag came in use when I got the knowledge? This is the mentality. God, why do I have to build with this guy? Why is I tell y'all something, man. I don't look at the posts. I look at the comment section. You see, most of the people that make a crazy post, I already know they're crazy. I look in the comment section to see who's clicking thumbs up and who agree with that shit. Because y'all the real people, the ones that's undercover. It's not the crazy people. It's not the negative niggas. It's the neutral niggas.
Darkim.
Peace. Oh yeah, we got listen, this is Shine Supreme, man. Yeah, now when I decided we gotta have a whole show on that. We look we gonna set that up where we gotta analyze that. We're gonna do like a recap video because I gotta look at it, but I haven't seen it yet. What I was born is talking about is the guy that Lord Jamal was saying that was an expert on flat Earth. Apparently, he had a debate with a guy, and now was born saying he lost pretty severely, But I haven't looked at it yet. I'm gonna wait, and we're gonna look at it together, and see what Mr. David White's got in the chamber. But yeah, that's gonna be. We see if we get to that tomorrow. We see what's good. Smoked out FDJ Beats. West Coast Wise. But it says here, he said, why don't he just drop? Well, God, that's the thing, what I'm saying. He said he dropped it. But when you Google it, it says it's still live and he's still pushing the line. And what I'm saying is, that's even peace, but I'm saying, come and let us know, right? That, yo, it's this thing over here that we don't see. You understand what I mean? Unless what he's saying is that we're savages, God. And we wouldn't recognize something. We wouldn't recognize something was right and exact if we heard it. See, that's at the end of the day, what else is he saying? You're saying that if you, because God, why would he not have said it, God, from the jump? Like, think about this for a second, G. If what you knew was doing was right and exact, why wouldn't you have been just manifested that, God? Like, listen, God, I done told everybody about the motherfucking credit union. This ain't no motherfucking secret. I said it on motherfucking international fucking YouTube. I wouldn't give a fuck where the motherfuckers. Let me tell you something, man. What Dumont said, man, one time at your rally, man. Fuck me up. Dumont said, this, I know it's police in here and all types of agents. And this was when I first was getting the knowledge. So I'm like, oh shit, it's police in this motherfucker. I'm fucked up. Like, yo, whoa. And then Dumont said, all you could do is go back and report that we told you the truth. That's all you do. If you're doing something, right, that's a positive benefit to the nation, and you know you have expertise. Like, see, I already know our teeth work in the financial industry. I already know Supreme Man got a son that just graduated with a degree in the financial industry. Why would I not come to all these resources? Why would I not tap into all those resources, God? And I know what I'm doing is right and exact. And I know that the brothers who the brothers who can help me is very much with what I'm dealing with. They see, remember I told y'all before Supreme Man came on, I said Supreme Man's son just graduated with a degree in that. I just got to talk to the guy, and we can, you know what I'm saying? He would talk to his son for us, God. Like, I already know, we already won mine. So why would you not come and already had told us that was going on? It's because you knew from the jump nobody was going to agree with you. So now we at the point now, right, where because you can't deal, right, because you don't want to come and deal with the parliamentary process that everybody got to deal with. Right now in America, look at all the laws that they, laws and policies and shit they trying to institute, and it's contentious. But sidestepping that is treason. If you try to go around that process, it's treason. I'm talking about in every, we got the map right here, point to the country where that's not treason. When you try to go around the process in your house. If your parents set up a certain way to do things and you try to go around that process, Like, we sent you out of here to go to school and you try to go around that process, there's going to be a problem. But that's what happens. So now we got to build up. We got to build up. We got to build up political campaigns and shit. Like, does anybody know the story of Julius Caesar coming to power? Does anybody? You see, you know, I got a lot of trivia. I don't even know why I retained it. I got a lot of trivia like that on camp. Does anybody know how Julius Caesar came to power? Julius Caesar, actually, he came to power somewhat like John Gotti, where he had the government wasn't feeling some of the shit he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Out on the frontier. You know what I'm saying? He's out there, he's doing his thing, right? And so you know, they was like, yo, look, you gotta come down, we gotta talk to you, right? But at that time, right, armies was loyal to the general. They wasn't loyal to the government because the general was the ones that paid them. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons now why it's so important about that chain of command and all that stuff that happened with Trump. You know, if that don't go right, you know what I'm saying? Now is a question of loyalty. You know, are people loyal to the army generals or are they loyal to the commander in chief? You know what I'm saying? So Julius Caesar brought his army when when he came to when he came to you know, whatever they had to say, and it was like, so well, you know, check this out, I'm the leader now. Like that was why they end up returning him, because it's like, all right, he's becoming a juggernaut now. Like, we first let him in, you know, he was actually kind of right, but now he's become a big head scientist. So see, that's what these political campaigns is. That you make all these posts, right? And you put up all these videos, right? You try to pretend that you know the history of the flag while talking about some individual named Guy Key, right? You try to pretend that you have enough history of the flag to be qualified to do this. You know, you try to hide behind, you know, once when you told somebody that we're not a gang, is making you qualified to do this. And so now you have enough people, right? So that if this topic comes up again, right? If you're able to bring this topic up again, right? Now you got all these, you know, whoever they are, because we don't know them, you got all these people now to vote on your behalf. See, like I said, you see, I'm not sophisticated enough for politics. That's what that whole art is about. That's a certain sophistication, like, you know, the things that people go in and get all political about, right? These are things that people fight wars over, but there's a certain art to that sophistication of the politics, right? Where you don't end up going to fisticuffs. But you can't play that with common people that's not sophisticated like that. Because all they see is the impact that your campaigning is having on them. And that is the reason politicians have security. So, I don't know. Somebody asked me a while ago what other questions I have for them. I mean, to tell the truth, some of the questions, it's like you got to answer the first question. Like, for instance, if I say, okay, was you getting paid for all this consulting you was doing? And by the way, because we got rats in here too. Run tell this. So if I asked, was you getting paid for this consultation? Then of course the question would be, well, how much did you get paid? Because see, the way you're equating all of this to a monetary thing, you're not saying that, okay, we're gonna stop anybody from ever being able to use it. You're saying that we could have got paid off it. That's what you're saying. And I'm saying, how do we have experts on the nation, right, that keep talking about some guy named Guy Key? Does anybody know Guy Key? Supreme Man, you still in the room? You know Guy Key? What about you, Boy? Do you know Guy Key? Gotta figure out who that is, right? Wonder if he in any of these pictures. Wonder if he in any of these pictures up here. Yeah, that's who when he tells his story, he tells of how Guy Key, how this cat Guy Key, he was one of the brothers that went with Universal Sham God. He was one of the brothers that went with Universal Sham God to take the flag to Allah when they wasn't able to get in. Never heard of the guy. Guy Key. But he's qualified. He's qualified. Yeah, I listen. I know the history. But what I'm saying is you've never heard the history in person. You've never heard it. You read it. You read it off the internet. But you know Guy Key?
You know what I'm saying?
It's a guy from Medina.
Peace.
We got the knowledge. God knowledge?
God coaching.
God coaching. He don't know Guy Key either.
There's a lot of brothers that's running around, God, that I don't know. I seen a brother on the train. This is where it's from. He had to be an older dude. And I'm looking. I'm like, damn, I've been there for a while. I mean, he had the flag on, and he looked like he kind of hesitated. But when I said peace to him, he went, oh, yeah, peace. And then he put his head down. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is these motherfuckers popping up in this day and time? What they found out that it's good to be this again?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? After they ran away from it, they found that it's good to come back.
That's something.
Come on, man. Dead has never been known to return from the grave, man. You know what I'm saying? All these dead motherfuckers popping up, man. It was mentally dead. Now, and like I said, I know I've been coming around for a while. Like I never heard of this brother. No, I'm
not saying he don't exist. I'm just saying he don't exist within my psyche because I don't know. I know. I've been around since '74. I got now in 1974. I was fucking 14 years old, and I got a pretty good memory to remember, brother. Even when you got a little older, I still know your motherfucking face.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
Come on, sinks still good, man. They ain't clog up shit no more.
Hmm?
They ain't clog up the sink no more.
Nah, I don't think so.
Motherfucker sat there and fucking.
What was in there?
I had to get the shit out the toilet. And you know how you put. First of all, when you using that bathroom, technically speaking, the fucking paper towel is not for wiping your ass.
Look,
You know what I mean?
I knew that's what it
Keep
was.
on putting paper towel. Eventually, it's gonna build up in the setup, and that's what happened. The paper towels got clogged. My agent went in there and used the bathroom. Paper towel got clogged up in the fucking toilet. Then she gonna get offended because I said something to her about it. I was like, yeah, you clogged it. Well, who told you that? Because you're the last one to use the motherfucking bathroom. So, I mean, all you got to do is put two and two together. I ain't who told me. You the last one to use the bathroom. So I'm saying you clogged it. Okay, you know, because she seemed to get sensitive about things lately in this day. I guess it's a lot of us as we get older. You know, you say certain things and you get really emotional and shit, man. Come on, man. I'm not trying to say nothing fucked up. If you clog the toilet, you clog the fucking toilet.
It's a lot of grumpy old people now.
I mean, get really emotional. I've been knowing you for years. Now all of a sudden you touchy. I say a little shit to you. Now, come on, yo, fuck out of here. Queen, I bear witness like that too. Touchy. Come on, you know you can't say too much to him. Come on now. If I'm your brother and you know me and I know you, why the fuck I can't communicate to you in the fashion of how I've been doing it? Now all of a sudden you sensitive.
That's why I keep a lot of talk to the minimum.
You know me, dog. I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna say me fuck with my mind and shit, man. And then we just build. That's what it is. Shit. I'm not gonna run away from a build. If it's right and exact, God, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna take it in and keep the best part for myself. I'm not gonna run away from none of that shit, man. The brother gotta understand it. When you say you know your brother, that means that you know everything about your brother. You know what I mean? You know his strong points, his weak points, all that shit, man. You know you know how to address them. You know what I mean? That's another thing too. Stop talking to men like they women. You don't believe run up on motherfuckers because you know you mystified yourself. Now you feel your head all big. You run up and want to talk to one, and then you get punched in the mouth. You want to go and call Allah Akbar and all that. Oh, yeah, shit. Come on. And one motherfucker beat you up. Now you want to call the nation. You know what it is, right? You've been around for a while. You know how you motherfuckers get your ass whipped, and you want, oh, Allah Akbar. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna kick your ass. You Allah Akbar. Fuck.
Look at that. And see, not for nothing, that's the flip side of what I'm saying too. See, everybody always worried about, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need permission to do some shit, right? You see, as soon as they get in trouble, then it's oh, you know, brothers ain't help me. Nobody was behind me and shit. You know, but you was all independent before and shit. You ain't need permission. You ain't need to consult with no brothers and nothing.
You forgot that everything happens caused by the Son of Man.
Yeah.
So while you out there causing it to happen, you ain't let the other Son of Man know what was going on. So he runs into a situation he don't know what's going on, and it was 1-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
Now you act like 1,000 motherfuckers beat you up, and it was one man. Come on, yo, come on, stop. I be telling brothers, stop that shit, man. You stop intensifying yourself, making yourself other than what you is. When we say that we God, we say that we are walking, talking, thinking, and breathing individual. Who, if you hit me, I'm gonna feel it. If I walk into this wall, it's gonna hurt. We ain't mystifying ourselves. Brothers still mystifying it. They don't even know why they say that they God, man. Fuck, you know, you're not a mystery God. That's why you say you're a true and living God. Living means there's life in your fucking body. That means that if a motherfucker shoots you, you can die. This could physically go. Shit ain't here, man. Mine is eternal, man, not the body. Shit. And who you passed it on to, who you shared your mind with. Because if you ain't share your mind with nobody when you die, you just a dead motherfucker. Ain't nobody gonna remember you. Like, who that? Who was that? I don't know him. Like what me and you saying right now. Who that?
Yeah, you didn't leave no universal look weight.
There you go. Peace to you guys. You go, because I gotta go. See you go.
Yeah. You see, you know, when I asked the brothers that's older guys to me, they tell you, we don't know this guy Key. Who's that? I'm just saying, when the guy's using this history to qualify himself, that's their look. We've all been there. I told y'all, I saw a degree. They had a degree that was, the guy dropped it. Look, that it was nothing less to be said. That's why I just moved on, guy, because the way he dropped that was how they used to say he dropped that lightly and politely. I don't need to give no more light on that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is that when you're using this to qualify yourself, you know what I'm saying, that's something different. Like I said, I saw the degree, and at that time, that was common. If you was taking things on face value, of course, this is what you're hearing the most out there, is that Allah was born February 22nd, 1929. Right? So, and there was a lesson that had that in it too. Plus degree. That's another reason why to this day I'm like, plus degrees, it's good to do the knowledge to, see what somebody else is studying, but you're gonna have to show and prove. Yeah, that's what it was saying. Saying 1929. So when I'm going to get my flag, right, first it's like, the signs, the signs to the flag, boom, go through all the elements of the flag, the history of the flag, Shanghai, boom, boom, and so now, that's how it was when I was getting the flag. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like we to the point now where we, brother asked me a couple of lessons, lesson, just, degree in this lesson, degree in that lesson. So, we get to now the other like nation historical, like when we got to school, what I'm saying, all this different stuff. So, when was the law born? You know what I'm saying? And I say February 22nd, 1929. That's his now saying. At the time, my heart dropped because my heart dropped because I'm like, man, son. I didn't told everybody I'm coming. To get my flags. So if I come back without it, it's not gonna look good. But fortunately, the brother knew me. In fact, who was Supreme Man? Lord Sincere. And fortunately, being that he knew me, you know what I'm saying, and he knew where I got that from, you know what I'm saying, he just told me that, now it's like, God, it's 1928. And I was like, he was like, nah, that's wrong, God. It's 1928. You know what I'm saying? So that I'm not saying that. You see? But see, I was humble enough to just be able to, absorb that, know that I was wrong. You understand what I'm saying? And I learned that from interacting with my brothers. That is, what I'm saying, a part of the culture that I experienced. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that, I said everything perfect or I knew everything. Like I said, when you coming into this, you coming from a whole other world. You coming from a whole other world. Like, how like if you from the Christian world and you first hear about this Musa, who the fuck is that? His name is totally different in that world. Or just like Osiris and all of that. That's in the Hellenic world. That's not that's not the name in the Egyptian world. Who knows, man? But you know, at the end of the day, you know, getting to the last part of what I was put right here, man, in terms of factions, you know, factions is how things get destroyed. That's when Yakub got to Patmos, the first thing he did is set up factions. The doctors, ministers, nurses, and cremators was one faction, right? Of people that had knowledge. The brown, the black, different factions. Those healthy, strong, good breeders, those is not. Different factions. And even from the idea, 70%, 30%, different factions. Two pieces of steel, different factions. And, you know, that was one of the things that, you know, as a young guy, you know, just coming around, I heard a lot of brothers say that that was a specific thing that Allah warned against. Was having factions. That's why it's just supposed to be God and earth. There's no, you know, I like this guy, you know, this is my buddy that I grew up with. It's not supposed to be factions. I reached out to a brother on one of these social medias, right? He had the flag on his whistling. So when I said peace, I said, okay, my name is Darkim Be Allah. What's your righteous name? Because he had like a handle right there. He told me his name, and I was like, yeah, you know, I know a few brothers from out your way, but, you know, I don't recognize your name in particular. So he hits me back saying, you know, you don't know my people. You know, if you ain't hear my name, you don't recognize my name, you don't know my people because I'm well known throughout the town and shit. And it's like, bro, your people, this is not the kind of 5% language I'm used to. They just the whole way you talking. You understand what I'm saying? I'm glad we met, you know what I'm saying, from far away like that. And hopefully you will let me know that's you if we ever meet in person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When he said you don't, you know, if you knew my people, because I'm known throughout the town, like, gee, I'm not talking the town. The town? What kind of talk is that? Hey, God, listen, I don't, you know, I'm not involved with gang life. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, you know, just in terms of, you know, when you start using that type of language, right? Then, you know, I'm gonna limit my interaction with you because I'm not a part of that life and shit. You know what I mean? To where even if something happened, right, you're gonna know how to react, right? Yeah, that's jail shit. You know, I'm known throughout the town. Like, nah, listen. You know, I got my own cipher there, what I'm dealing with, but I'm not in that world. You see what I'm saying? I'll be hanging with you and something be coming. You know what it is because you in that world. I'm not in that world, so I don't socialize with you. But that's just the signs, remember when I said that, I originally, and to this day, I never really was with the regions. That was one of the reasons. But that was the that's the main reason right there. Is that once you start to make these divisions, right? Especially without an overarching body, like something it all has to come to a point somewhere in order for it to be one. There's got to be some thread that is stringing it all together. But, if these factions continue, and everybody wants to do their thing, you know what I'm saying, in that way where, you try to drum up support, right? Rather than just manifest the signs. It's something that's actually speaking about how sincere you are about what you say when you say the black man is God. How sincere you are when you say there's no big eyes and little U's. Like, do you really I like just see us the way that people say. Like, do you really see us as the knowledge degree? I'm talking about the 1 in 10, the 1 in 14, and the 1 in 40. Do you really see the earth as belonging to us? Do you really see us as God and owner of the earth and knowing every square inch of it? Or do you think you know a couple inches that we don't know? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's such a thing in everything, right? Like Supreme Man, Smell Goods, they coaches, right? Smell Goods in basketball, Supreme Man in football, right? When a person just goes off on their own, like, look, this is the play. This guy is going to set the screen. You dribble behind him and shoot it. But nah, he don't trust that, and he go do some other shit. See, a good coach, even if he make that shot when he do that other shit, a good coach is gonna say something. Whoa, time out. The fuck are you doing? All right, when we get to practice, we're gonna run that play 150 times till you get it right. See, if Haini tell you, look, block that guy right there. And you block that guy over there, son, come over here and sit down for a couple plays. Watch him do it. Watch him do it, and then let's see if you can get it right. Oh, you coaching baseball now. Supreme Man is coaching baseball now. Y'all win the chip? Undefeated? You don't want to mess with Supreme Man when he get in the zone with coaching, man. He's talking about he's the heart and soul of the team. Supreme Man. Supreme Man is like motherfucking Bill Belichick or something like that. But seriously though, Supreme Man is very successful, very successful little league coach. You know what I'm saying? But just saying the same thing. That listen, if I tell you this what the play is, right? You gotta do the play. G, we working together here, man. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he never played sports. Because that is another place where you learn that, G. That, you know what I'm saying, you can't just pull a stunt like that, B. You know, in sports, you learn that. Like teamwork, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got to do their part. What happens if it rains Saturday? I don't know. I mean, right now it's drizzling out there. Like if it's raining like this, I guess we still gonna be. I guess we still gonna be. We still gonna be. We still gonna be out there. I mean, if it rains too hard, you know that'll be another. But you know, this type of drizzling that it's doing right now, we good. Saladin played college football. Wow, that's that's you know I that you know that's how would you say uh surprising. You know, as somebody, I wonder what was he, a punter? Because I'm saying he the way he do his thing, the way the way he do his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? You see, like he do his own thing, man. You know, maybe golf, maybe tennis. Wide receiver, yeah, I don't know how he didn't learn teamwork then, and you know how you gotta stick to the pattern, G. You know that would appear to me to be kind of built in, kind of built into that kind of background. You know, you run the pattern. I don't know. Maybe you could talk to him. Maybe you could identify with him on some football stuff. Who knows? But I do know that you know factions is uh, is deadly to any group. You know what I'm saying? You know there is a certain uh, thing about organization. You know what I mean? Where uh, you know if you got a whole group of people, right, and you need them to do one thing, right, you can kind of break them down into smaller groups, right? And then show them how to train on them perfecting their part, right? In the action of the whole. But at some point, the whole got to come back together. You see what I'm saying? Like, say if it's football, you got the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. You got the cornerbacks coach and the linebackers coach and the offensive and defensive line coach, whatever, you know what I mean? But at some point, they got to come together, right, and run some plays. So breaking things down so that they can be manageable and all that, that's understood. You see, once they become separate factions, you know what I'm saying? We see it in pro sports all the time, locker room breakdown. You can have, 3 of the top 10 players in the NBA, Brooklyn Nets. And factions develop and it break right down, G. So at any rate, man, I don't know if y'all got anything to add on. I put the link in the what's the name when I first came in. I put the link there. I don't know if anybody wants to add on. Other than that, probably start winding it down. But I just saw one of his videos. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I commented a couple times. I asked him a couple questions. He didn't respond to me, so I figured, that's how he's choosing to speak. Then I guess, because he's not, like I said, look, you ain't gotta come to New York. Go to the rally in Atlanta. Go to the rally in Philly. But how do you make a national decision, right, without building with the nation? You know what I'm saying? I mean, all I can tell you is he needs to build with somebody. You know what I'm saying? See, that's what I'm saying, is that, by you talking about it over there, it's like, if what you're saying is right and exact, right? What's the issue? But just, I don't know, man. Be aware that this is a part of the reality, I guess. Well, he's not very different, FDJ Beats, because one of the things, the common factor there is the entertainment. All these different factors of entertainment kind of being a value principle. You know what I'm saying? You know, that you know, you consulting on this movie that we're not a gang, or consulting on this crime show that we're not a gang. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, or you making records, you know what I'm saying, where uh, you know, you use that language, you know, like there's a higher value in that, right? Than the mouth to ear teaching that's been going on. See, because even at the you know, like I said, it's a lot of things that people look at. uh there's a lot of things that people look at the 5%, right? And it's like, well, you know, we in a vacuum. This is a common practice in the civilized world, but once the 5% practices it, something is wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, and I'm saying this respectfully, right? Because I know there's people in here that have been influenced by that. But you got the question of quality versus quantity. Like, yeah, you had a lot of people get influenced by music and all that, right? But I mean, and who out of them people is busy saving the world right now? See, that's like I said, it depends on, you know, where area you're from. But you know, I'm from the era where, look, I don't care if only I got the knowledge. See, 'cause if it's one thing that I've proven, right, that I'm not going to be one guy for very long. I'm gonna start multiplying. G, yeah, that's how you spell it. So that's kind of, you know, what this is saying. That's kind of, you know, what he's saying is that, look, I'm way out there. You know what I'm saying? The the movie industry knows my name. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm making moves on a higher level than y'all can understand. You don't think he's trying to be entertaining, but I think he is right and sincere in some of his views, but that's a problem in itself. He thinks he's right. No, I'm not saying he's trying to be an entertainer himself, but he has interest in entertainment. See, like, look, right? This channel is Random Jewels, right? Now, our endeavor that we undertaking right now is starting a credit union, right? And so, you know, you see, we came up with, you know, it's a couple of names right now, right? But those names pertain to what we about. If you look on his page, you see that he got some type of company or some type of entity that he calls Gods and Earths Entertainment, or something of that nature, whatever was the name. They throw in some event. There was a flyer, and on the flyer, whatever was the organization, said entertainment, ENT. Like, he's involved, and I'm just, look. I'm saying from what he said on the call when he was doing a Zoom call. That's a huge part where he's like, yo, he also feels that by virtue of him being one of the first people on the internet, because he keeps saying that you know, by me being the first person on the internet, all of these people start coming to me around 2000, and that he's been a consultant on all these TV shows and for different artists. So see, like I said, a lot of the things that he said, a trademark is not going to stop people from telling whatever story they want to tell. There's unauthorized biographies released all the time. And when you listen to what he was saying would happen with the trademark, like somebody was saying, he's very upset that 50 Cent and Wu-Tang was able to make they movies without consulting with him. That's what he expressed on the what's in it. He was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? They would have had to come to me, and then we could have forced them to put it on Lord Jamel's network. And see, to me, that's another problem. Is that it's a slippery slope once you start saying this flag for this price. See, because now you're incentivizing the wrong shit. Because why would a person have to pay you if they was using it right and exact? Why would a person have to pay you if they was one of us? They will only have to pay you if they not using it right and exact. You wouldn't be charging me, I know that. You're not going to tell me, my man, but let me tell you something. The city of New York could tell you, son. I had that on way before 1995. The state of New York could tell you. You know, now look, the things that I'm saying, they may not be true. But how do we know God when he won't even talk to us? How do we know when he won't even talk to us? That's why nobody wants to do the copy. Like this stuff you're saying, you know, first of all, you know, this little crap, you know, that they selling in Walmart, all these different places. Yo, G, I mean, how much money you think they really making? I mean, reach out to him. You know, like I said, look, me and him was cool. He was on the show, G. I brought him on the channel specifically to speak about good shit that he was doing. And see, that's something that he said, right? When some shit came up before, right? Of him, you know, he advocated some other than man, woman, and child science, right? And when people asked him about it, he was like, yo, you know, everybody only asked me, you know, you want to ask me about something negative, but you never asked me about nothing positive. So see, now I got to flip that on him. So you responded to me quickly when I say, yo, guy, you know what I'm saying? I want you to come on the channel, you know what I mean? So I can expose some of the stuff you're doing, let people know you do. You responded immediately to that. But this, I guess, no words. See, like I said, man, I'm not, the faction. I know, he's a likable guy. A lot of people is likable guys. Some of the most heinous people in New York City history. I knew them. They was likable guys. Like some of the names you hear terrorized. Good dude, guys. He said who gave him the knowledge was this brother from Philly. He said he got the knowledge from this brother from Philly. And somehow it goes back through Divine Prince. I get on Divine Prince about that all the time. I ask him if he paid Saladin his money. And we agreed, yeah, just seeing people cry at killers' funerals, man. Like if you just listen to the West Side Crips, Tookie Williams was like Mr. Rogers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I had him on the show, so that's what I'm saying. Like you responded then, why you not responding now? I don't get it. But at any rate, you know what I mean? Let me I'm gonna go ahead and get me a snack real quick. You know what I'm saying? Uh uh so he was on June 19th, 2020. See, why is you don't wanna you see why is you was one of the people who you say, look, if you don't want people to know, don't do it. Because why is you see yeah, why is you was one of the people, man? You should be wise you in the cipher, man. You didn't kill, man. What degrees your knowledge, man? Why is you like 8 number 114? Coach you. nigga was gonna lie to us and say he was on the 1 and 10. Like, he was gonna say he was on the 1 and 10. Well, I was like, nah, son. See you up on Boston Road. You on the 114. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if y'all could reach out to him, you know what I'm saying? If y'all could reach out to him and see what the meaning of any of this stuff is. What the meaning of any of this stuff is, what's going on, and just, why this campaign? Why not just build it? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not, like, even if you're not, comfortable being in person, you know what I'm saying? Why not contact people on the phone? Like, see, all of this, let me tell you something. I think I said this on here before. Don't listen. I specifically, right, suggested he get in touch with this brother. You know what I'm saying? Father Shabon. Listen, the God is a well-known, respected member of the nation. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're nervous or something, you know what I mean? You think, you know, we family. Like if you think your family ties a little bit frayed, look, talk to the guy, man. You're gonna come in, build, and you're gonna leave. Go back to your house, sleep in your bed. That's what's gonna happen. But after a certain time, man, come on. Like some of y'all brothers from the South, man. Some of y'all brothers from the South, man. Y'all know how it is when somebody rejects your hospitality. Meantime, in between time, we're gonna go on and sign off in the G building over here. In fact, I'm gonna leave y'all off with a funny story that happened yesterday. I don't know if y'all was doing the knowledge to Sunez, right? But Sunez was back in the G building. He's been back in the G building actually for a couple weeks. But yesterday he had a G building experience where the cat came in, right? So when he came in, I already knew, you know, he had maybe 48, 49 cards. I already knew that, right? So I just let him walk past. I was like, so I come in the classroom, I was looking for something, right? So I see him, he's talking to Sunez, right? Sunez is trying to ignore him. He's doing something on the computer, right? So the dude kept talking crazy. Then you see Sunez just turn like, how'd I get rid of this guy on here? So I had to tell Sunez, welcome back to the G building. Welcome back to the G building, man, where you know you gotta, if you don't have medication, you gotta find a way to get rid of these guys. You know what I'm saying? And then that's not it. The G building experience wasn't over. Someone called on the phone to the school and says, why is Sunez in there talking like he's the $6 million man? So it's like, yo, listen, man, whoever teaches class right now, man, you got something to say to them, say that in the class. So the kid, whoever it is, he's like, yo, he's gonna call back between 10 o'clock and 10:30. You know what I'm saying? So we waited out here to probably like 11:15, 11:30 just to see if he was gonna call, you know what I mean? So like, yo, it's good. You know what I'm saying? You see, that's what I'm saying, man. You gotta realize that saying a lot of this stuff, it stems from jealousy, man. A lot of this stuff, man, you know, it stems like, yeah, you know, you making all this boisterous claims and shit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like I said, if you was really that confident in your intelligence, you would have came and built like, you know, he set the process off, I think it said March or May of 2021. And it didn't get finalized until December of 2021. And then he didn't start informing us until January of 2021. So, you know, you just have these multiple situations of people that it's like, you know, I wasn't seeing it. I wasn't, you know, because it's one of the things like fish, they don't really detect the water. Fish fish don't really detect the water because they've been living in it their whole life. Like we don't really detect the air pressure because we've been living in it our whole life. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just starting to learn that there's people out there, right, that for whatever reason, they can't cut it over here. For whatever reason, like the people that come on this channel, right, and every time they get mad at me, they say, fuck all the people on the channel. You like all the people following you on the channel. That's who these people are. These are people that, wish that they had the power to do that. Like whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's like, I can't call it. But it's just, I know that it's people, I can tell that it's people on the outskirts, you know what I'm saying? And it's not just a 5% thing. It exists in our society, right? Where you got people that's on the outside of the reality of the thing, right? They on the outside of the reality of that thing. So now they want to redefine that reality to include them. Sunni probably got more of them people than anything. It was a brother named Divine Knowledge. I say was, Divine Knowledge. He rests out in California. You know what I'm saying? And I think he summed it up the best. Like at the time, it was just a joke. Like we just laughed and shit. You know what I'm saying? But he was from Chicago, right? And then he went into the Navy. And then from the Navy, he went to college, right? And then he moved here, right? And when he came, like brothers had told him, in the last place where he was at, when he was in college, right? It was like, look, when you get to New York, check this brother right here, you'll be all right. So, he comes to take me, he's like, oh, you would tell, all right, boom, boom. So he started maintaining, and it was like a while later, like just like months, maybe even a year later, whatever and shit, right? He was like, yo, man, when I first came out here and I seen you making moves and shit, I was like, yo, man, this is all New York is and shit. Like, shit, I got a college education, been in the Navy and shit. If he's doing this shit, I shit is a fucking piece of cake. I do this shit. And he was like, yo, after like a year or whatever the time was, he was like, yeah, nah, this shit, this shit ain't as easy as you make it look and shit. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I'm the only one. You know what I mean? But just saying that, those brothers that's out there that, they can't be in their lane or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes your lane is at a time or a place. That's why Allah come in his own good time. They see if Dumar was here right now, none of us would be talking. Dumar be lighting it up, son. If Dumar ever they would have put Dumar in this form right here, Dumar to lit it up, G. Universal, come cut all the same people that was lighting it up then. This is just be a different form. You see what I'm saying? At that time, I had to wait my turn. Some ciphers, like for instance, say like when before I know 120, right? The Cypher brothers that I'm in, I'm just one of the younger brothers that, I'm learning my lessons. You know what I'm saying? And then I became, like one of the guys. But then when I moved, right, with my grandmother, now I'm in a whole other area. And over here, I'm a sharp. You know what I'm saying? Over there, I was a regular tuner who was all tuners. You know what I'm saying? But over here, I'm a sharp. You see what I'm saying? Because now it's my time. Now I'm the person that everybody's coming to because these brothers don't got as much knowledge over here. I'm starting this off now. You know what I'm saying? Before, there was other brothers that was a piece of steel with a magnetic, and I would go to their rest, whether we, playing hooky from school or, the block and shit, and be on the fifth. That was certain brothers rested close over there. So we used to always be over there, you know what I'm saying? Because, they already had court in session. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you ever live down south, right? Where the school bus gotta come and get you. And it's like when you first start catching the school bus, there's somebody who's older than you, and you gotta go in front of their house to catch the school bus. And then eventually, if that person graduate and go to the new school and you get to be the oldest kid, now the bus stop in front of your house. Or the other kids gotta come over there. You see, there's a lot of ways to see it. But at the end of the day, the saying is right, G. The only way to be the father is you gotta be a son, G. That's it. If you don't spend your time being a son, you're not gonna be a father. I mean, listen, there's people trying to break that rule physically now. There's people trying to break that rule physically, trying to be a father, and you never was a son. You was a daughter. I'm saying that's the reality, the way I see it, In terms of that's what you want to do, go ahead. But I'm just saying that that's not the same. It don't work like that. So I was a good son. You know what I'm saying? When it was my time to listen, I didn't waste that time running my mouth. You know what I'm saying? And trying to tell people, well, this person over here told me that. I knew how to do the knowledge and take the best part for myself. See what I'm saying? Can't call it, but time to tell. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all brothers is able to holler at him and all of this could come to not even a peaceful resolution, the best resolution. And if the best resolution is a copyright, right? How are we supposed to know that? If you have some knowledge that we don't have. Because mind you've refuted all knowledge. You've refuted the historical. You said if you listen to his what's the name, he said that he studied to the point where he's more of an expert than lawyers. So we'll see if y'all can kick it with it. We'll see what y'all can do. In the meantime, in between time, you know what I'm saying? We got in an early session today. Hopefully we'll be in tomorrow. Anybody that's in New York, tomorrow at 9:00, the dumpster is supposed to be coming so that We can clean up the yard. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that when they deal with that, I suppose they'd be starting around 10 o'clock. You know, I don't know the way they talking about starting so early. I might not even have to get busy because they know I don't really show up at that time. But we'll see what happens. You know, plus it's their turn anyway. I chopped down all the trees. Law of mathematics came out there with the chainsaw. That's when we start moving a little faster than the hand axe. But you know, taking apart all the stuff I already did job. So we see what happens. Other than that, in the meantime, in between time, hit the like button, share this out on your other channels, and I'm gonna say peace.